Branding versus marketing, marketing versus branding. What are they and how do they work together? That's what we're going to talk about today. Because you see, I never put much stock into brand or branding. What? Like I said, I always thought the design was stupid. It never impacted things the way that designers and other people like to claim that it did.
Boo this man!
I was 100% wrong. And in this video, I've also enlisted some help from a special guest who I'll introduce here in a moment to you, because they work somewhere where they are a marketer, but at a company that also has an amazing brand. Spoiler, that's their book. That's their book right there. So my guest today, Bill King, who runs SEO, organic search, and paid acquisition at Drift, one of my favorite brands. Again, plug the book, Conversational Marketing. So what I'm going to share with you today is just a super short clip of Bill and I talking about how brand supports marketing and vice versa, how they work together, what's the difference. Let's check that out.
With such good creative, with such a valuable brand, and I completely agree with you, like Drift was able to turn chat and what I would argue intercom branded as like support into marketing and sales, and it was cool. Like it's cool to have it. Like who freaking thought that having chat on your website would be a cool thing? Like people hated it for a long time. Yeah. Now people are like, this is really helpful and fun and like whatever. Talk like how does that affect your SEO strategy when you have an already kind of established brand and good creative?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it helps the outreach process. That's for sure. And
when you're reaching out from drift.com, pretty helpful.
Yeah, and you have to lean into that, right? There are certain things that come as a strength with every company you're at. And I think like if you're in the SEO space and you look at two brands, one of them has 1 million backlinks from great PR and press because they've gone out and built and invested in brand, and the other one doesn't, and it has nothing remarkable about it. You would be crazy not to work with the one that does. Mm-hmm. Unless there's some like obvious thing that isn't clarified by those two data points. So I think like taking that into consideration is really important. Also the amount of things that you're able to do, like we can focus on content creation and doing some light optimization. We still do link building, but like it doesn't have to be my full day because we get a lot of attention on the stuff that we do create. Mm-hmm. And that affords you opportunity in other areas that maybe like I wouldn't have time to spend on, right? So I think that's one important thing. And then just like when you send someone to our content and it looks fantastic, I know you're nodding your head. There are many reasons why that's a benefit to you. It naturally is trustworthy. It gets people to engage with it a bit more. And also like, it's just, if you're going to refer to something on your website and it looks fantastic, you're just going to be way more likely to link to it and share it.
So to build off of that clip that you just watched, one of the things I always think about is when to invest in brand. You know, I've worked with companies that started with brand. Drift arguably started by building a brand before they even had really fleshed out and solid products to offer. Like their products are chatbots. Like they're not that interesting in terms of the product, but the brand they've built is so strong. So they invested in brand early, but I've also heard numbers around like, don't invest in brand until you have a $50 million or $500 million company, which I just think is absolutely absurd. Now, should the pendulum swing the other way? Should you spend your first $5,000 on a logo in some design? No. Like even SEO for the rest of us, this logo you see right here, like that logo didn't get done until I already had 100 paying customers, right? Like I sold everything, without a website, without creating anything, without a brand, without logo, without any of that sort of stuff thought through. You don't need it to get started. However, if you neglect it too long, it will hurt you. Not having a solid brand and that ethos around your company, who you are and what you do, will hurt your marketing. The capacity of that marketing, like Bill mentioned, he's able to do so much more in marketing because of their brand. So while branding and marketing are super important, you can't treat them in isolation. They have to be thought through. Also, if you're in love with SEO, make sure you check out SEO for the Rest of Us by doing two things: subscribe to this channel and check out my free newsletter at brendanhufford.com/newsletter. And then finally, if you're a video and podcast creator like me, make sure you check out podreacher.com. Jackie and her team are who helped turn all of my video and audio content into amazing, just long form written content that goes on 100daysofseo.com and pulls in organic traffic from Google search. So in case you wanted 20 calls to action at the end of a video, I've got you covered. Let me know in the comments below, how do you see brand and marketing working together? Which have you invested in first? Marketing, have you spent more time doing marketing, or have you spent more time investing in the brand? I've been Brendan Hufford. Don't forget to work hard, be nice people, and don't get too lost trying to create something that matters.